Let me just conclude this event and also say a few words about how we intend to follow this up, both with the help of the digital agenda, but also in terms of real data. First of all, we would like to thank everyone for a fruitful debate. The panelists that we just thanked here, we would like to thank the audience for challenging questions, most of which I think we answered. Let me just do climate agreement, what is happening. If for some reason or we don't come into a real agreement, I think we should think about ourselves as eco-efficient, we often say, but also eco-competitive. So I think given that nothing else happens, you will see European industry to do just what we are saying in the first round of our targets, and that is to be sustainable global leaders. And that includes them investing and being able to sell technology around the world that has really a good eco effect. Now, thanks, Jackie, for good discussion. I liked your story about what courage means. I'll use that also in the corporate world there. If we look at what we have said, we have now presented our vision. We have had a discussion about what that might take us. We certainly think that we can continue to have Europe a very attractive place for all of us in Europe. And we think that that is possible. We have warned for the effect that even if we improve like this, but the rest of the world is improving much more, then gradually over time we will lose out. And we have also, I think, warned for the fact that we will not see cliff events if things are not going the way we would want to argue that they are. And therefore it's important to follow and really see what is happening. Now, in a way to really see that vision strategy concludes into execution, we have decided that we will monitor progress vis-à-vis our vision, but also vis-à-vis other targets that are coming out. And therefore, I am pleased to launch now the new Europe on Track website that we will continue to run now, launching today. You will soon see a film on it and how you can get to it. But then we will update over the next year and possibly over many years how we are actually doing in terms of executing our strategy. So let's roll that film on the ERT, Europe on Track. This is a way then to continue to measure progress in some ways in simple measurements, in some ways in more sophisticated measurements as the different issues require. Now, let me conclude this event by inviting you to some drinks and some mingling here, but let me give you a little of a discussion that we had with President Barroso to conclude with. And he asked us whether we were optimists or pessimists or realists or what we were. And we said that there is actually, sometimes in Europe, there is a pessimist, almost bordering onto masochistic discussion in Europe. And we said we're certainly not part of that. And some of us said we are realistic, but there are lots of things to look at. Let me offer you another way to look at it and say that we are optimistic, but there are two kinds of optimists. There is a really sit back and relax, everything will fix itself optimist. We're certainly not that. There is an activist optimism, and we are activist optimists at ERT. Thanks greatly. Thanks very much for coming and visit with us and sharing with us the launch of the ERT Vision 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy now.